teacher training and compensation, infrastructure and technology, and in support services for parenting. Absenteeism is a big problem. Too many children are missing days from school each week. We will expand and improve the school feeding program to ensure adequate and proper nutrition and encourage school attendance. That is why, last Thursday, the Shadow Spokesman for Finance outlined our EASE program, EASE, which stands for Ensuring Adequate Sustenance for Education. We commit to providing a daily lunch meal at primary and secondary school for all children who need it. We commit to extending this to a daily breakfast thereafter as the fiscal situation improves. This will help us to ease the financial burden on parents and guardians. We are championing change by cushioning the cost of living crisis for the most vulnerable in the society. And as another element of the EASE program, we commit to rolling out a transportation subsidy for students in areas not served by JUTC, which has provided subsidized fares for children and elderly since it commenced operation under a PNP administration. Our rural initiative for delivering education, the RIDE program, will assist rural students with their weekly transportation costs. Children in Westmoreland and St. Elizabeth, students from Manchester and Clarendon, young people from Portland and St. Ann, indeed from all across the island in rural parishes, they will benefit.
Hello, JPU family. Welcome to another episode of Jamaica Politics Uncovered. If you are new here, welcome. Returning subscribers, welcome back. Guys, the budget conversation is still in full swing. We heard from Mark Golding yesterday, and today we have an opinion from financial analyst Mr. Dennis Chung. According to IRI FM, financial analyst says opposition leader Mark Golding should state how his vision to fix the country will be financed. Before I tell you what Mr. Chung said, you would think that two investment bankers, as what they call themselves, who are supposed to be so good at finances, you would think that they would understand that it's a smart idea to tell the country how you are going to fund your budget without, these questions being asked. Well, take a listen to what Mr. Chung had to say today. According to financial analyst Dennis Chung, he said opposition leader Mark Golding's vision to fix the country was presented well during the budget debate yesterday, meaning that it was well written and well delivered, according to Mr. Chung. But he needs to state how the plans outlined will be financed. During the debate, Mark Golding expressed concern that despite working hard, many Jamaicans are finding it difficult to make ends meet. He said the PNP is ready to be Jamaica's champion of change. The opposition leader announced that PNP-led administration will tackle several issues related to housing, infrastructure, health, and crime, among others. Speaking with IRI FM this morning, Mr. Chung described Mr. Golding's vision as, quote, good. Have a listen.
The opposition leader did mention the things that need to be done in order to fix the country. So the overall vision of the things that need to be done is very good. He did mention quite a few things that are currently in play also by the government right now, which shows that there's an intention for continuity. He did mention the good efforts that are made in terms of reducing crime and also the need for improvement in the road maintenance, amongst other things. So those things are good.
So you just heard that. However, Mr. Chung went on to say that he needed to hear Mark Golding's measures on how he will finance all of what he said. Have a listen.
Fiscal discipline, I think, is going to be one of the most important things going forward, because as you're aware, that it's because we lacked the fiscal discipline before and we were trying to do all sorts of things that we ran into the problem we did in 2013 and ran up a debt to GDP ratio of 161%. So what I found that was needed from the presentation was to outline the matter of the cost, because a lot of those things we obviously want to do, but can we afford to do it, and also the timing of it. So are those things going to be done immediately, or are they going to be over a 5-year period, over a 10-year period? That would be my general observation of it. So I'm hoping that that information does come out, because just to say that, these are the things we intend to do is like someone telling you that they're going to go to the moon and come back, but how is it going to be funded, and when is it going to happen?
Yes, guys, so the question on everybody's mind is, how are you going to fund this? I don't know if the person who wrote this presentation did not understand that it needed to be told to the people how this would be funded. I don't know. I can't find any justification. People who hold degrees in law and engineering and whatever. Now, no say, you're coming to a budget debate. The first thing people are going to ask you is, how will you fund this? What are you going to say then? I'm not going to tell you why. I will tell you the day before election. It's kind of too late. Because the thing is, Dayton Campbell and Damian Crawford already showed the hand of the opposition by saying publicly that they would put taxes on imported food. Certainly, Mark Golding and Peter Bunting having a company that imports food, I'm not so sure they wanted that to be said, but it was said. Damian Crawford come again, tax on education. Now, the government, as we know, they have not imposed any new taxes on the Jamaican people in 9 years. And in the budget that we just heard from Finance Minister Ms. Favour Williams, there's no new tax. So, how is the PNP planning to fund what they've proposed in the Parliament? Are they going to tax the Jamaican people? They need to tell Jamaica. So here's the problem now for the PNP with this budget thing. Truth be told, you see, if PNP led by Golding and Bunting had come to the people with a budget and told the people how they would fund it, Mark Golding and Peter Bunting would still have to overcome the barrier of trust. Them two together, they pose a major sense of distrust, not just within the People's National Party, but nationally. The Jamaican people do not trust Mark Golding and Peter Bunting, and especially when they are working together. So they have a major problem. If they came with the perfect budget and the perfect way to fund it, trust me, people, Jamaicans would still wonder and ponder, can we trust these guys? Yeah, it's true. I mean, if you notice, there's really no fanfare around this budget of Mark Golding's. And you don't really hear a lot of people coming out saying anything about it. I mean, this guy here, Dennis Chung, is just being generous and being nice. But I think if you ask people like Dennis Chung in private, if them trust Mark Golding and Peter Bunting to be in charge of our country and our economy, it would be a resounding no, because people know what they are. People remember them from FinSac time, and the fact that they're not much of politicians. What they are political scavengers coming in again, come repeat what happened in the 1990s, which is to see how they can enrich themselves and how they can have control and pull strings and sweetheart deals on them someday. That's what they come about. It's the truth. So, even if they come out tomorrow and say, listen, we have the perfect method and means to fund this budget, the Jamaican people are still going to have a problem trusting them. I don't think they'll ever overcome the trust factor. Guys, this is Jamaica Politics Uncovered. Let me know what you think in the comments. Keep it locked here. Make sure you're tuning into our live broadcast. Give the video a thumbs up and share. Thank you and have a good day.